Come on now. Y'all already know what this is. First things first. God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. Yeah, that's right. I'm doing it dolo today. So you know what happens when I'm doing it by myself? I'm about to go crazy. No, I'm like, stop. Like, oh man, look. Not gonna lie. This week for WWE has been a trying one. Raw had, few situations going on. Love to see the fact that AJ Styles got inducted to the Hall of Fame. We're seeing some things with NXT. Okay. Couple of great things. Y'all know what happened with that man Miles Bourne. Okay. Winning the North American title and Zaria finally turning on Sol. And then, of course, with SmackDown, the best part of the end of the week. How that went, man. Look, the chaos, Jey Uso getting taken out, and freaking Logan Paul taking his spot, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that already pissed me off just talking about it just now. But it is what it is. But let's go ahead and kick it off and let's talk about the 2 hours and 30 minutes of fire. Monday Night Raw, baby. Monday Night Raw, man. Monday Night Raw. Hey, shout out to my man, Not Bland. Checking it out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. But hey, look, uh, yeah. Come on, bro. Look, uh, uh, when we be saying some of this stuff, man, look, we've been on the show with you, man. We don't play, man. Some about it. We just know the stupidity of the WWE logic. Yeah, it was a weak move, man. But I think I know why they did it. And I'm gonna talk about that when we get to SmackDown, man. Because again, just I let's go ahead and just start it. Let's just talk about Raw as a debacle of a show as it was. They kicked this one off. All right, Gunther. Gunther was out there, man. Look, Gunther was already out here, talking about the whole thing with AJ Styles, talking about, how he tapped. Well, he didn't tap him, but he passed him out, took him down. I said, all right, whatever. Adam Pierce comes down. All right, tries to pull Gunther, to the back. Goes crazy. And the reason why I say goes crazy, Dragon Link come through. He starts beating the hell out of Gunther. I mean, this transcended all the way to backstage. Okay, they had to get this man Dragon Lee off of Gunther. I'm guessing maybe they're gonna have Gunther and Dragon Lee. Who knows? This might be on Raw. Oh no, this might be a Mania match. I can't see it being a Mania match. But we'll see what happens, man. We flash forward. Oh man, talk about the debacle. Now, look, this one, this was just really unfortunate as a whole, man. We had Jey Uso going up against Bronson Tsunami Reed and the original Grande Americano. Now, in the middle of this match, Bronson Reed did get injured, and it was the most simplest kind of move ever. Um, gets injured, so of course they had to make a last-minute decision, making Jey Uso the pick for the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I mean, come on, man. Look, like I get it, okay, but again, I would have said they made up for it on SmackDown, but again, let's just keep talking about the BS. And we flash forward. Hey, now this was actually pretty. But we have Morgan making her decision on who she was going to face at WrestleMania. Now, Liv kind of said some stuff. She said to Stephanie, I respect what you do. I respect everything you did. I said, okay, well, what direction are we going with this? But then she looks at Jade, and then she hit Stephanie about kill with a mic, dropped her. I said, damn. Now, again, this was probably, I wouldn't say the obvious pick, but in a lot of ways, I feel like this was a pretty easy pick from what happened the week before with the promo. So I'm not gonna lie, this might be one of those where this could be a good feud, this could be a good rivalry, might be a good storyline. But again, I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know, man. I worry every day about. I worry every when it comes to some of these wrestlers here, bro. I kid you not. Then we flash forward. All right now. All right now. This I'm not gonna say this is getting dragged out because I don't feel like it is in a way. But Natty, okay, Natty going up against Maxine Dupree. Now, what was interesting about this, right? Natty got to the point, and Maxine, they got to the point where they were in the corner of the outside of the barricade. All right. At that point, Natty kicks Maxine off of her, and Maxine runs face first into the ring post. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Maxine looked dead at this point. I mean, we talking dummy dead, okay? And she sold this. I ain't gonna, she sold that. But of course, it ended with, it pretty much just had to end because from the ref. So again, I I don't know, bro. Like I was gonna be positive, and it's like I try to be positive as much when it comes to talking about Raw, but I cannot. I think a lot of times when I'm sitting here watching Raw, I have this what I call delusional hope. And I know what y'all are thinking. What do you mean by that, Eric? I'm gonna tell you what delusional hope is. I hope every week when I watch Raw that is gonna be good, that is gonna be better, that in my head, the way how I see Raw should be, I think is gonna be spectacular, and they constantly disappoint. But I mean, again, really talking about this whole thing with Natty and Maxine, I feel like this isn't dragged out, but I do feel like this is something that could have waited, and not the whole thing with Maxine being, knocked out. Because of course, you can knock anybody out. But I think the main thing about it, I feel like, is if you had Natty in the chamber. Now, even if she didn't win the chamber, she still could have had a lot of momentum. Like everybody could have beat the hell out of her, teamed up against her, pinned her. She could have been one of the last three, right? To the point to where, maybe she goes for the IC title. And then you have Maxine come back and y'all have that feud bring it back. I don't know. Again, look, I'm not the one with the pen, and I'm for damn sure not the one that's in that creative room because I'm gonna tell you this right now. The stuff they doing with some of this is ridiculous. What's up, Nicole? Good to see you joining up with us. But yeah, I mean, this was just sad, man. I don't know. I think that it's just they could do so much more with this Natty situation. I think they had the momentum going the last few weeks, but I feel like y'all just kind of let it die down as soon as you had her lose that triple threat match. Come on, y'all. God. Anyway, tell you it's a struggle every week sometimes. Then we flash forward to this. Now I don't know. You know, Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman come out. Okay. Paul Heyman announces that Brock Lesnar is going to be on that. He didn't say last run or his farewell tour, but he gave a certain amount of dates. Now, these dates were only until WrestleMania. Now, I'm talking about who will be the one to step up against Brock, who's going to be the one to come up against Brock. That crowd was cheering like crazy for Oba. They want to see Oba. Now, of course, if you don't pick Oba Femi, who you gonna pick? For real. For real. And then, even at that, if you have Oba face Brock at Mania, you better have Brock lose. I swear to God. I swear to God. If y'all do Oba dirty like that at Mania and have him lose to Brock, what's the point? But what am I saying? We talk about the same company here. But yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar coming out just giving out the announce dates. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, let's again, man. I just feel like we're relying too much on nostalgia at this point. I get it. John Cena had his farewell tour. Damn it, we didn't even see AJ Styles would have a farewell tour, but I guess he kind of had one. And then now you want to do Brock. Who's next? You want to do Randy? Who's next? They talk about Chris Jericho come back. We gonna have one for him too. I don't know, man. We just got to stop with this relying on nostalgia. It is getting out of hand. It's getting out of pocket. And I ain't got no pockets on me right now, but I'm gonna tell you, it's out of pocket, bro. It's out of pocket. But then we flash forward. Hey, this was a banger right here. My man, the young OG, Javon Evans beating Kofi Kingston. Now, this was a great match. The segment that happened before that had Kofi and Javon kind of talking. I said this was good. Like to see what Xavier was doing. I really love this. Again, this takes, Javon out of that luchador purgatory we talked about a few weeks ago. Ever since he won the chamber, he's been kind of out of that whole situation. Now, I'm not going to say I think this is a solid thing for Javon, but again, this is better than what he was doing. Now, that being said, I like the fact that now we're seeing Javon kind of talk more, talk on the mic. They had him talking on Smackdown. Again, y'all got to keep letting this man talk. This is going to be the one that's going to bring the YNs up in here. All right. Bring in just let Javon keep talking. Trust him. He got it. He's got it. We'll see, man. Let me flash forward. CM Punk. I ought to call him corporate man Phil for all this, man. Look. I'm not gonna say I feel the same way about CM Punk the way I feel about AJ Lee because I don't feel that same way. I just feel like those 10 years of not being in the business is kind of starting to show, especially for AJ Lee. I don't know. Now again, I think with CM Punk, man, like I respect Punk. I love what he did, 10 years ago when he was, straight edge. All like I love that Punk. I just think this Punk right now is not the same Punk. Literally, it's just a Punk. Like, nah, let me stop. But no, I mean for real. Like really thinking about it, man. Like the promos, I get it. Isn't it a great day to be in a all right copy? It's almost like and I remember MJF said this one time. I forgot who he was talking about, but it's just insert word or insert pound, and then that's it. That's what we doing every time. You started off with a new town, you say that, then you talk about you the best in the world. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To me, you're not the best in the world no more. And this is not no hot take. This is not me just saying on some trying to be no troll. I'm dead serious with this. You cannot keep calling yourself the best in the world when the matches you are given are not even a 5 star. The last match you had, with Braun Breaker, y'all had a few slip ups with that. Now, granted, I don't take nothing away from that triple threat match he had at Mania. That was a banger. I mean, even the match with him and Finn was still good. And again, I'm not saying Punk is trash, bro. I just think when it comes to Punk, I'm not. There's nothing that gives me anything that I'm saying. Oh, this is great. Like this is why we call him the best in the world, bro. I can give you about 10 I can give you about 10, 15, 20 wrestlers that I think's better than Punk. For real. Put him on AEW. For real. Come on, Blaine. You feel me? You know what I'm saying. He ain't the best in the world, man. Yeah, yeah. You said it. 3 stars. 3 stars. 3 stars. Nicole, I love what you said. This is facts. This is fact. I'm telling y'all, I just do not feel what Punk is doing no more. You can't keep calling stuff again. You got somebody like LA Knight, right? To me, he's better than Punk. You can say I'm capping, but I'm not. Like we talking about right now in this day and age, LA Knight's better. Yeah, I want to switch companies and be petty. I can say MJF, best in the world. Adam Heyman Page, best in the world. The wrestling guy himself, Kenny Omega, best in the world. Will Ospreay, best in the world. When I look at CM Punk, it's like, what do you bring now that is different from what you was doing before? Nothing. They ain't bringing no new storyline. Like if we really talking about the titles or his title reign, what real interesting story have you given? I'll wait. Ain't been with Seth in the Vision. That's been way back past that. AJ Styles, oh yeah, that was a nice little 1 week build up, or really 1 night build up. Now I'd say the most interesting one so far is the one with him and Finn, and that's because of Finn. That's because we want to see Finn get a title. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Blaine. Come on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. And even when he was in AEW, I still felt like there was a lot more people that was better than him. And it showed. It showed. That's why they used to call him Frail Phil. Every time you got in the ring, you got injured. You injured your toe, you injured your foot, all this other stuff. Man, come on, Punk. Just give it up. Like, honestly, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm done with the nostalgia moves. This has got to stop. Come on. Come on. And I agree. Yes, head over heels, 100%. I just don't think he's doing nothing. Like, you're not doing nothing special that wows me. Again, every week is copy and paste. This is what you're doing. Even you talking about Finn. Okay, you did that last week. You still call you running into the camera. I'm best in the world. I'm this, that, third. You're not, bro. You're not. And then that's just a whole fact with it. Oh, I know we lying. We got the legacy man himself, Mr. Exclusive. What's going on, man?
I heard you talking about CM Punk bum ass. And I'm like,
Bro, I'm sick of it, man. I'm so done. Bro, and Nicole Bland, they was up in the comments with me. I'm just sick of it. I'm so done with him, man. It's just like I'm not and just like I was talking about with AJ Lee last week. It's just not the same. And I get it. Time has passed. Time has went, but like, come on, bro. You can't call yourself the best. Just call yourself the less in the world at this point, or the
well, that's in the
breast in
world
the
is
world. You
crazy.
ain't nothing but a bunch of titty. I don't know. I just can't take it, man. I'm sick
Look,
of it. I'm sick.
look here's my biggest thing about Punk. And I said it a couple months ago when it was coming to him and Braun Breaker and all that stuff. I'll always have love for Punk. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always there's gonna be some love there. But the thing at this point in Punk's career, Punk is getting himself prepared to, to phase out of wrestling. And if anything at this point, Punk should be getting prepared to set the next person up. The problem is WWE is so behind on the times when it comes to pushing the right talent and the new talent at the right time that we end up getting stuck with Roman and a guy who doesn't, and we all love Roman, but a guy who's not there all the time. So now we have this match because they can't sell tickets, but because they overcharging folks. Look, WWE has a WWE problem right now. They're hurting themselves. You can call it the TKO problem because we definitely know that's a part of it. But guys,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this should have been a setup for, if they'd done this right, this should have been a setup to give Braun the title, or there should have been a setup to give one of the younger talents the title, and help him bring them along. But no. Hey Nicole, what's up, girl? And I think that's the problem. They didn't have this when they needed it the most, and so now it's showing. And so now we don't see Roman. Roman won't he may pop up tonight, may, and if he doesn't pop up tonight, then we may not see Roman again until like 2 weeks
Mania.
before. Yeah, it'd been like a week or two before, and like, let me come back and say a little something, something, something. But yeah, they have a Punk problem, and an AJ Lee problem that was great when they first came, but now the struggles are starting to kick in where there's no progression. There's no, hey, what's the next best thing? It's just we just gave him the title, almost like it was like contract obligation. We got to give you the title at some point. Here's the title. You got it. It's yours. Now we will have to figure things out once we get there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like. I still think Punk could be very valuable, but you gotta have the young guy for him to bring along, like what he did with MJF. Let's be honest with you, like
Yes.
him and MJF when they were going at it, like MJF was already good, but all it did was boost MJF to another level, and that's what they could be doing with Punk.
It could.
But could be,
And I ain't
could
gonna
be.
lie, man. I think that's why when it comes to this whole Roman and Punk thing, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna cap. I'm okay if Finn somehow enters his way up in it, wins the title, and leaves with it. I'd rather have somebody that still got the man. I ain't never seen a man have a carb in years. First of all, I know that's just
Yeah,
random, but that
yeah, I
man
mean, he
just
shredded,
you know,
and that's and then that look, we're men, we're in our masculinity, but we can sit there and say, hey, this man is clean cut. I mean, there's no
clean
no ifs
cut.
ands or but about the way Finn looks. But here's the thing: you give Finn the title if he can get the title and push past WrestleMania. There's a lot of storylines you can go with Finn. Seth could come back after him at some point.
And
Obviously,
that's a story
Dom.
within itself.
Right. If you want Dom to, eventually excel to that next spot and you want to push Dom along, especially and somehow for whatever reason extend the Judgment Day storyline a little bit longer, then that finally, there's things you can do. with Finn and still makes sense. And he's a guy that I think, because he's shown it for the last couple years, Eric. He can
Mm-hmm.
help younger talent get over. Look at him. I mean, let's be honest with you. He's a part of the reason Dom is
Nicole's
good.
stupid.
Abs are on point, yeah.
That's stupid.
but it's like he's a part of the reason Dom is where he is now. It may not be, him being a part of that. Him, I'm pretty sure having gotten along the way. He's been a part of helping Dom and some of those younger talents. Heck, me live all of them in some form or fashion. He's had some part to play in that, and so I feel like he would be a guy that would be great if you want to have him carry the title and then have some people go in there and eventually take over. So WWE's got to start thinking long term. It seems like they're trying to. You throw Oba in there, you throw in Trick, you throw
On
Javon,
Javon,
you throw
yeah.
Javon in there, and it shows that and this is just to prove like they've got the talent. It's right there. But the question is, how are they going to use it? I don't know. Throw Logan Paul back in there. Forget Jacob
Yo.
Fatu.
Oh man,
I
man,
know
look,
we'll get to that soon.
you
I know we'll get
you
to
didn't
that
even
soon.
see the new clip out of look. Trust me, I got something for that one, boy. But let's but let's talk about this next one right here, man. Look, big sexy
Big
Raquel.
sexy.
Okay, I thought this was a hell of a match, and I thought this looked good for Raquel. We had Raquel going up against okay Kyrie Sane and EO Sky. Now, I thought this was good in a lot of ways because the story of it, I think, it showed the story with Kyrie and EO already. But again, what I think is going to be interesting, this is what we saw about yesterday. Something about her winning this. And again, I know it's like if you win the chamber, you go for the other title. But I'm like, what if she don't? What if Raquel doesn't go for Jade if she wins? What if she's like, nah, you know what?
Yeah.
I want Steph
Yep.
because I could have beat her. And if it wasn't for
Eric.
you, Liv, I could have did it.
Eric, that's genius. Because if she decides to say, I want Steph, now it's a three-way. And guess who that opens the door for? Charlotte Flair.
Flair. Come on now.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Come on now. I'm giving y'all tools here.
hey, come on, creative. Come on. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, we can look if you need us to start sending you the tapes of this so you can kind of figure out how to run creative. By all means, we'll tag
As
you
long
in
as we get
there.
our checks. As long as we get
Yeah,
our
that's all
checks.
we
We
ask
gotta
you.
get
When
that bread. We gotta
you
get that
got to
bread.
slide some money in there. Yep, got to
Yeah.
slide some money in there.
Hey,
Yep.
we ain't doing this for free now. I mean, we doing this part for free, but sooner or later,
No. You gonna have
checks gonna
to
be
slide
coming.
us a couple dough. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I need a few commas on my check. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, come on. We're
Because
trying
we
to
gonna bring the
retire.
money in. Uh, all right, man. Speaking of retired, let's talk about this last segment here on Raw.
Look at
AJ
that segment.
Styles. Man. AJ Styles, man, kind of just thanking everybody, thanking his wife, talking about his legacy. I thought this was great, man. Damn, they almost made me cry. Explain as to why he didn't leave the gloves, at the Rumble. He talked about him, losing at the Rumble being poetic. I said, AJ Styles, that actually made sense. I couldn't say nothing for this Never Seen 17, but the way you went out was
Makes sense.
poetic.
Yes.
Yeah. But just when we thought everything was done, keep rolling, 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 rolling. No, I'm stopping.
Don't.
Undertaker comes out. It seemed like he'd have won to give these announcements for the Hall of Fame. Because he did that at WrestlePalooza for
Mm-hmm.
Steph, just randomly came out with the bike. I said, "What the hell are you doing, Taker?" But he did the same thing again, and he announced that AJ Styles will be inducted into this year's 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. And this is the finish right here.
Yes. Yes. Most
Well
definitely.
deserved. Well
Yep.
deserved. Well deserved. Now, one thing I will say, I just think he should be a whole headliner by himself. I don't think that's fair for him to be sharing that with Steph. Don't get me wrong, I love Steph. Steph do what you want to do. She had her history. I just think if you talk about somebody in the caliber of changing the game, somebody that has been a major pillar in pro wrestling, somebody that's again, when they talk about John Cena, AJ Styles on that same level, he's that same person that's done way more. Uh, I just think he should be headlining by himself. You know,
Yeah.
that was something I was wondering when they first showed it, and then when they announced it on SmackDown, oh, double headliner. No, no, no,
Nah.
not with Steph, not with
No.
Steph. Now, if it was him and John,
That's
completely
different.
would understand.
Completely different. Yeah.
But no, not with Steph, not with Steph.
Double headliner is crazy wording for all this. I will say that like I love Stephanie. Stephanie has been she just like her dad has been an amazing character in WWE history. From the time that they kidnapped her and Vince said he was going to marry her, it was some crazy. It was just
Yeah, wild stuff, boy.
Trump, hit straight on his Trump. Remember Trump was like, "My daughter, she's pretty." Da 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 da. Same
Oh,
women.
wait,
Yeah. They think alike, but I'm
I
gonna leave that
remember
alone.
that.
I ain't trying to get in trouble. I ain't trying to get in trouble. But it's one of those things where you you see it and you're like, okay, she deserves to be in there. I do not will not take that away from her. Stephanie
Yeah.
changed the game for a lot of women, and I'm not going to take that away from her. But she's not AJ Styles. Last time I checked, she wasn't in the X division. Last time I checked, she wasn't making
Come
death
on, bro.
defying moves from off the off the cages and stuff like that. No, that's not it. AJ deserved this. I like the fact that they're using the Undertaker now to be the what's my man name from the NFL, the big dude. His name was David Baker. He's not doing
Mm.
it. He's not doing it anymore. They have the now the NFL does it where the Hall of Famers themselves will meet up with other like teammates of the player or something like that, or somebody from the organization that used to be a Packer that or they used to be a Cowboy or something, and they go and introduce that new Cowboy, or they do it that way now. But they used to have a guy named
Mm-hmm.
David Baker, and David Baker just did it so poetically. He would come to the ring and he'll be like, "Today, I want you to understand that you will be number 272 into the Pro Football Hall of Fame." Big dude, 6'8", just a big burly voice. He gave that vibe. So the Undertaker, I feel like, is about to become that guy where he just shows up at people's doors and is like, "I just want you to know you are going to be into the Hall of Fame," which I'm all for. I'm all for. They stole it from the NFL, but I would be definitely cool with that. And I thought it was really nice. You could tell AJ was surprised. I love that about it. He definitely did not know, and I really, really appreciated WWE for doing that. See, they can do some things right. You know,
Yeah.
they can do
Yeah.
some things right, and they did that right. They did
Yeah.
that right for real.
Yeah. I think they've been kind of surprising AJ Styles a few times because even when they had that match with him and Cena, and then it was like Mr. TNA, and then he was like, oh, like he was shocked. So I think a lot of stuff, I don't think they've been telling him, and they just been like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we about to surprise him with this one. I like what Bland said. Bland said he made a very noticeable point. He said a beautiful moment, but they put him in that Hall of Fame now because they're scared of him going to AEW.
Yeah. I heard about
Yeah.
that. I heard there was a lot of whispers of it. And they thought that putting him in the hall, one, would keep him from going, but two, I think they signed him at another type of deal, so he's still with the company, but he's going to be doing
Mm,
like training things and stuff now. So it's smart, that way he can spend the time with his family. He can come up and do some things every now and then, but he's not on the road 365 days of the year. So I like
yeah.
that for him, and it would have been cool to see him go to AEW, but I feel like at some point
Yeah.
he would get lost in the sauce there because they've got a
You
lot of
think
good.
so?
Yeah, because they got a lot of good things going there, right? And I feel like he would at some point become a mid Carter there, not in a nasty way. Like he just wouldn't, he's not. He'll may get one title reign, but I don't think AJ's in that point of his career now. So it may
Hmm.
be like a couple matches where he's do some good things, and kind of like how Daniel Bryan was those last couple of years. Like I feel like it would be
Yeah.
something like that, and he didn't have to go through that. So I would have loved to see him there, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would have been cool to
Yeah.
see him there, but I'm okay with him not going there as well.
I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if he would have did something over there, I think he would have did something with the Bucks because it was kind of
Yeah.
like they've been kind of talking and nothing like crazy, but just even before like a kid had an AW title in the crowd, and he was like, I can't sign this. I'm like, yo, but
Yep.
again, MJF seeing a WWE title, he took it, just
And he
tossed.
threw it. And he's like, get out of here. I said, dang, bro. He
Man, he
hung that
don't
sucker,
care.
but I'm
He,
cool with that though. You still gotta
yeah,
have some type of a competition going on between the brands, and can't always be hunky dory. So I appreciated both instances. So
yeah, yeah. Well, but we talked about some of the things that happened on Monday Night Raw. Now it is time to talk about what that man Sean cooking it up with NXT, baby.
hook it up, shot.
Love that beat, man. Shout out to my man Drew, man.
Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Drew, man.
Shout out to Drew, man. Oh man, NXT, man. I'm not gonna lie. NXT, you did your thing, Sean. I gave you a time limit, and you made up for the time. Now I said, "Oh man, Sean, this is what I'm talking about." Here, look, come on, Birdman hands, man. Look,
Birdman
man,
hands. Yeah.
I can't wait. I felt so good about this, man. This was good. Let's go ahead and talk about it. They kicked this thing off because this was a already a great start. Okay, they kicked this one off, and I thought this was like wild of a match to kind of start off with. But again, this was a great tag team match. We had Bray Baylor, Ricky Smokes, okay, from the Vanity Project, beating Osiris and Saquon Sugars to win the NXT Tag Champions. And now this is good because now we got they used to be Swipe Right, but I guess now they're just going as the whole Vanity Project now. But it was interesting because Jackson Drake, and I got to talk about this real quick. I think the work he's been doing with Ethan Page is legitimately showing. Him being out there helping the Vanity Project, even when he put I forgot one of the guys from Vanity Project's foot up and just kind of like he didn't do it. I said, look at young Ethan Page right here. I said, oh
Yeah.
my God. I said, yo, this is really what I said, this is what you do. Ethan, I love what you're doing. You're paying it forward to the younger generation. But I was like, yo, Jackson Drake's really got like, he's got the mannerisms. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be an amazing heel, which I think he is a good heel now. But I think he's gonna be an even better one in years to come, man. Like a lot of potential. As long as he keeps working on Ethan Page, oh yeah, sky's the limit for him. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he got ego on his side. He in good shape.
Yeah, ego.
Ego.
But I loved it though. This was interesting though, man. I really think with Swipe Right being the new tag team champions, oh, this it's up from here. It is up from here. This is gonna be good, man. We got because I love Dark State, and I think Dark State was a great group. But I think what something about when you put the titles on some heels, man, it just creates a pool of you can just do a lot. Now I'm not saying you always need a heel to always be the champion. But sometimes when you're trying to make stars and you're trying to make storylines, sometimes you really need that heel to be there
Yeah,
to do
heels
that.
important. Heels are important. I mean, like in the end, to me, a great heel will carry your company for beyond it. You need the baby face to always be trying to or somebody to try to overcome. That's what makes wrestling great is the overcoming. Trying to figure out can you persevere and win the title. Like as much as I love Joe Henry, and I love that he got the NXT title, he can't have that baby for long. He can't. They're going to have to find somebody to take it from him.
Oh, we know who's gonna
And
take it.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
Ricky,
yeah, yeah.
Pretty
So,
Ricky
but
Saints.
they need somebody to take it over so that heel can build up the next person. So, and I don't think this is long term for Joe because I feel like Joe could be one of those guys that leave after Mania or right before SummerSlam.
Yes, I was
And so
about to say yeah.
I don't see him being at NXT soup, too much longer. But I also think that they put in a good situation that the next heel to take over because I now that Ethan is title free, which I know we'll get into a little bit, but now that he's title free, I think he's gonna go into that big title picture. So I think they got some good things cooking up. Not
Think
surprised
so.
because the
Think so.
chef's always
Yeah.
cooking.
Always. That's crazy how you said that because I thought about that too. Like, damn, he could go back for the NXT title. So yeah, that's gonna be good. I really can't wait to see that. Let's talk about this next segment, man. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. This come on.
Crash out cover, baby.
Come
There you
on,
go.
baby. Crash out Carver. You know what happened. He don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't need this. Man, look, I ain't gonna he damn near dog walked Sean Legacy, but this is a great match. Again, keep Keanu Carver the way he is. Man, this guy is next level. I love the authenticity out of him. It's real, it's raw. And when he ever goes to that main roster, don't y'all water him down. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I'm
I
telling you,
swear to
man.
God.
The crash out is real, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Crash out is real.
Oh, then we flash forward to the speed triple threat match. That was a 7-minute match, apparently. We had Ilio LaFleur going up against long lost cousin Eli Knight, going up against uh, Jasper Troy.
Try.
Look, but honestly, this was crazy, man. Eli Knight he actually hit his finisher move on Jasper Troy, But Elio LaFleur kind of snuck the pin and now became the new speed champion. I said, well, hot damn, LaFleur. Hot damn.
LaFleur made me taste my own blood. I'm sorry. I had a dodgeball moment. LaFleur made me taste my own blood.
LaFleur. Hey, bro, that's a classic. That is a classic.
Yeah, we're not talking about Matt
Down.
LaFleur, but that's also besides the point,
Hey, now I got to talk about this because Sean. Look, I love this.
Finally, this is.
I
If I could
love
stand up
this.
right now, I would, and it would be a
Oh,
standing ovation.
man. Look at this. First of all, the NXT title match, we had Sol Ruca going up against JC James. Zaria came out, she had Sol on the shoulders, all this good stuff. You thought everything was all good before the match even started. Zaria hitting a devastating spear on Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca can't even get up. Then to the point where Zaria picked up and hit her with an F5. I said, yes. I said, yeah, Zaria, do that. That's what I'm talking about right there. I said, that's what I'm talking about.
Go get us, Zaria.
I said, that's what I'm talking about right now. Man, I was so hyped for this, man. But then, of course, when the match started, I said, damn. But at first, I was like, I didn't like it. But then I was like, when I watched it again, I said, nah, I love this. I love this now that I'm looking at this. Then we had JC Jane hitting her finisher on
Look how
Soul right
happy
after.
JC Jane is. Look how happy
Bro,
JC Jane is in that pit.
happy as hell. Okay. But look at Zaria. The folks, man, she is locked in.
I'm good with this.
This.
I'm good with
Yeah.
this. I'm good with
This is
this.
great. I can't wait to talk about the segment after that. Cause oh God. All right, Andy. Matter of fact, nah, I'll wait. I ain't gonna do it yet. Let's go ahead and flash forward to this real quick. Tatum Paxley. Okay. Tatum Paxley cutting a promo. It looked like she was kind of, Tatum Paxley was never really a heel. Damn, not even a face. She was just kind of a tweener.
Yeah.
But, cut a promo, saying how the people were there for her. All of a sudden, the third, Izzy Dane came out. Everything kind of went black. I said, well, what the hell are we doing with that? But, hey, Tatum gets that. Okay, let me just say this real quick. I do feel like Tatum Paxley is very overdue for that women's NXT North American title. And I say that because when they was first doing the whole thing, when they first brought out the North American Women's Championship, who had that title when they was first presented? Sexy Red. Now, when Sexy had
That's
it,
sexy right there. Yeah.
when Sexy had it, who was the first person that was trying to get the title from Sexy Red? Tatum Paxley. So I think now at this point, she's due to have it. I think if anybody can take that mid card to the next level, and I'm not saying Izzy Dane ain't doing it. I just
Right.
think with Tatum, you got a little bit more options with her character. You can go different ways and different options with her story. She's got a lot. I feel like you can kind of dive deep into, pause, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she got the potential, man. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh man. Let's go ahead and flash forward to this real quick, man, because this was interesting. The speed match. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Blake Monroe. And I just said to myself, damn, Blake, ain't no way you felt that damn hard. Going from the North American title now to the speed title. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, they got me tripping on this.
Ah, I don't know. I've seen something they were saying Jada Parker was injured. And then when she popped up, I was like, well, I guess not. Maybe
Yeah,
I
because
said,
they said
look
that she
now.
had a neck injury. That's what I heard. She had a neck injury.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. Y'all done had enough of this playing like somebody injured now. We done seen the karma that then came around on the vision.
Exactly.
Don't be playing these little injured things now. Everything can't be at work. If she ain't injured, she ain't. Don't be saying that now. We don't need her to actually be
But
injured.
they be quick to be giving people injured now to get. And I know it used to be a thing, and it's always been a thing in wrestling. But it feels like lately it's just like, all right, they're injured. Next thing you know, 12 months. Like, bro, like y'all got to slow down on the injuries.
Yeah, like you fake the
Yeah.
injury and then they get injured for real. Now you SOL because you want to play. You want to play games. Hey, look,
Mm-hmm.
Bible said that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you ain't
Hey,
trying to say, you know what I'm saying? You
hey,
ain't
come
just
on
saying
now.
this. Come on now. Like, come on. Be careful. Be
Exactly.
careful.
Exactly.
I had
1000.
to give y'all a little biblical lesson real quick. Now look at
Hey,
stuff.
come on, Jesus, come on.
Man. But with Jada Parker interfering, okay, hitting Blake Monroe, it helped. good old Thea Hale to advance now to her, possibly facing Fallon Halen for that speed champion. Now, this might be, no pun intended, this might be Thea Hale's speed right here. I think the speed champion, I think this is right up her alley.
Right.
Now, the only reason why I say that, I think because I really love Thea Hale. I think she has a lot of potential. I just feel like when they, even with the whole North American thing, when that happened with the title, I was like, oh damn, like we kind of flopped this. But I think with the speed championship, I think this does give her more experience to kind of just get her character right, kind of get, because her mic skills are really good. I think she has good
Yeah.
mic skills. And I think she's more than decent in the ring. I just think, there's something I don't know what it is with Thea. There's just something I feel like is missing, and I just don't know. And maybe because when she was with Chase U, I feel like that was like the perfect fit for her at the time. But I think they just Sean, I'm gonna tell you this: you got to find a way, get Thea on her. I don't know, man. She gotta.
Yeah.
There's something more because I feel like it's still Chase U stuff that's with her, and it's not just Thea Hale. If that makes sense.
She's got NXT Bailey spunk. You know, like
Mm,
like Bailey had this, the happy-go-lucky stuff about her, and I think that's the kind of the same thing that we see from Thea. It's a different form, but she does that type of energetic, real positive, and she could work for a speed championship. I thought she could have worked for the North American, but it's also we talked like we said a few minutes ago, being a face is tough as a champion. That's why I like Izzy Dane as champion. But it's just like I think still storyline wise, when they gave her the title, I just feel like there was no real everything to it. Like it kind of just happened, like at least it felt like
hmm
it just happened. And so, they just had to take the belt off Thea, and they just said we're going to give it Izzy Day. Without it would have made more sense to just give it back to Blake. Like you might as well just gave it
Yeah.
back to Blake, but it was like, who's gonna do? I don't know. Go with Izzy, go with her. Like that's what it felt like. So, trying to build the storyline up with her and Tatum makes sense because this is a good rivalry. So now that could work, but I don't know. Tatum's another one they took the belt too fast. I was okay with her winning the title when she won it, but only have it for like a week or so. You
Yeah.
can't. Come on, man. Like that's
It's like you could say you a champ, and then it's like, just like my girl Bailey said to formerly known as Sasha Banks, you won all those titles, but how long did you really have it? I said, oh God.
yeah. No, that hurt. It had to hurt because she wasn't
That was a
lying.
real that was a bar, bro. I said,
Yeah.
damn, Bailey, you ain't have to. And then you knew it was bad when the crowd reacted to that at the time. I said, sheesh. All right, let's talk about this next one, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Let's talk about this next one. Okay, this was interesting. Okay, because you know why I say this? Because we talking about the birthright. This is the birthright. Now I love this because Uriah Connors beating Kale Dixon. Now I thought this was great because at first I said, well, how the hell is he in birthright? I said, well, who the hell is his parents? That's Fit Finley's son.
Oh, so is that Dave Finley?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Dave Finley.
No. But he's Fit. I googled it and everything. He's
What?
Fit Finley's son. Yeah.
The
I
birthright,
said he
man.
don't
They
look like
they
the
got to do
birthright.
it. The
They
birthright is going to be with the NXT talent. They could be really good. They've got a lot of Lexus King, and you're throwing in my guy
Air-
from
you got
um
Stacks. You got
yeah
Ariana
Stack
Grace.
Ron,
Like
yes, bro. And what's my boy name? Regal son. Dempsey. You
Charles
got
Dempsey. Yeah,
you got
I
Dempsey.
think he's there, but he's not. I don't know. I think
But
he's
that's what
like
I'm
they
saying.
got him.
If
Yeah.
they figure it out, boy, the birthright is like our dads, our parents were. I mean, there's so much you can
No,
go
and it's,
with
and it's
this.
really crazy because all of them is their dad. So that oh
Yes,
my God,
yes.
come on.
Our dads gave us what we needed. They gave us the tool. They gave us the genes, the birthright to be who we are. And the birthright, we're gonna take what is already ours. Like, I mean, come on, man. It writes itself.
I'm telling you,
It
bro.
writes itself. Somebody's got to pitch it to Sean. Sean, I know you can hear us, man.
Somebody said, Victor, I know you can see me. Yes, we see you, Victor. We see you, Victor. Hey, what's going? He just came in and talking about LA Night. I was like, what? I said, who is this? Who is this? Shout out to you, Victor. Shout out to
Shout
you,
out,
big
Victor.
man.
Good.
Uh,
Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining,
yeah,
brother.
man. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that birthright has a lot of potential. And I think that it's perfect. You got everybody in second gen, and then you got a woman in there. I always feel like when you got
Exactly.
a few guys and you add a woman or even two, yo, you got it. It creates a different dynamic. So I think they could cook. Please don't break this group up.
Right.
Please. I honestly I want this group to stick around for years. And I know that might sound crazy because logically we know how WWE do, but I just feel like this really works perfect for all of them. Like, especially Lexus King. 'Cause this man been in the shuffle doing nothing, messing around, doing whatever. But now that they got this, I'm like, bro, I can see Lexus King being the leader. Now I wonder about Stacks. I tried to look him up, and I was like, does he have somebody? And I don't know. He might be the only one that might not have a real birthright.
Right.
So well, definitely look into that.
I mean, but
Looking at
Ariana is now the TNA Women's Champion. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, why not?
hey,
That's all I'm saying. Why not?
I
Just
love it.
make it happen.
I love it, bro. I love
Make it happen. Tell you, if it
uh,
happens, bro, they owe us money. Somebody gonna owe us money because I'm telling you, like, we're just pitching the idea out there. It's there for you for the taking. We want something out of it,
I'm
but
just
it's there
saying,
for
bro.
the taking.
It is, but a lot of it writes itself. That's why I'm like, yo, if y'all can't see this, why the hell we the only ones that see this? I just
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you know how Road Dogg is. Anyway, let me go to my favorite part of NXT, and it was this right here. Zaria, Zaria, man. I loved this. Now, Zaria walked up on JC Jane and said, look, I want my title match now. JC Jane said, you didn't earn it. She said, no, I didn't earn it, but I helped you beat Soul. You might have beat Soul, but you never beat me. And if you don't want to comply to that, I'll do you and leave you the same way I left Soul. I said, hold up, hold up, hold up,
Hold up, hold up.
hold up. I have, oh my God, I have to give this The Rock chills. Come on, man. Come on. This is the Zarya I've been waiting for. I need this. Is like Swerve said, I need this. Look, this was great. I said, Zarya, this is the character of a woman I've been saying I know you could have been. Now, I used to follow, I used to see Zarya a few times on the internet. I was like, damn, she all right. And when she came on NXT, I said, all right, Zarya, let's see what you got. And the way they presented her at first, I thought she was great. I really started to like Zarya. And then when they paid her up with Soul, I said, all right, we're kind of making her a little too nice for this. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Sean, the payoff to this is great. Now, that being said, I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody, if anybody is gonna win this, or if anybody's gonna take that title off of JC Jane, it better be Zarya. And I mean that. It's gotta be Zarya. Zarya gotta win this. She gotta take that title. Now, she gotta take it at vengeance. But I think, if anything, Zarya needs to have her stand and deliver moment and win that title for herself. Because again, Zarya, I've been telling you this for a whole year, damn near almost 2 years, and you finally did it. I'm proud of you. I am. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that this is what Zarya is doing. It's about damn time.
Yeah, very
Man.
excited about it.
Ah, man. It was just great though, man. It was just great. Oh man, that's what's up, Vic. Okay.
Yeah. I like that, brother. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, Vic. Yeah. Shut up, man. You are giving great quotes, man. Keep it going, man. I love it. I love it, man. For real. Yeah, man. It just I really think there's a lot of potential for this with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think that Zarya can really be that, just like you said, that nasty, heel just going crazy, just beating the brakes off of everybody. I said, yeah, this is where I need Zaria to be at.
It's
So
time.
we gonna see. We gonna Sean, you ain't disappoint me. Don't start now. All right, so don't just start now. I believe in you, man. You the only one. You the only one in that creative writers room I actually believe in.
Only
You're
one.
the only one.
It's the only one.
You're the only one that don't be letting us down, bro. I promise you. Like it's craziness, man. All right, but let's talk about this main event. And this was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. They had Miles Bourne beating Ethan Page for the North American title. And man, this was something special to see. Crowd was going crazy. Miles Bourne, finally having the title, talking about never break. And this is the finish right here. Again, overall, Sean, you cooked up as usual. I think you threw some extra seasoning in there. I
Yeah,
say that
just a
because the
little
whole
bit.
thing was Zari. You know what I'm saying? I think that the one with Zari was the one that had me like, thank God
Do some
you
Obey
didn't
or
keep
something on
something.
there.
Some of the
Some
Sazone,
Creole
yeah,
season. And they toss some Creole season. Mr.
or
Cracker.
Badia. Hey, I know people know about that Badia all season. And look,
Hey, slap
it's
your mama. It could have been one of those
come
slap
on
your
now.
mama. Come on now. Come
Come
on.
on now. I'm telling you, look, this overall I think was a great show. Seeing Jada Parker come back, because I ain't gonna lie, I was 100% worried about that whole situation. Love to see what Zaria did. Uh Ilya Four getting the surprise title win. I thought that was crazy. Vanity Project. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man. Man, those guys wanted those tag team titles. I was happy about it. I think they're going to do great work, especially with them and Jackson Drake. And then I really do have a lot of hope. I can really see Ethan Page getting an NXT title and seeing that whole group just draped in gold. Everybody. Jackson Drake having the Evolve title. Then you got Vanity Project with the tag team titles and Ethan Page with the NXT title. I can see all of that. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking because if Ethan Page is the one to win that, how does that start anything with him and Ricky Saints? Because him and Ricky Saints been cool, and Ricky
Yep.
Saints been the one trying to get that title from from Joe Hendry. So that could be something that could also spew back up as well, and I think that could be really good. It really
Yeah, they got a
could
lot
be.
of they got a lot of things set up, and I love it. It's just we talked about how Sean Cook's just a great job. Zaria's thing happening, we called it. I mean, we've been screaming about it for months. Everybody's been screaming about it, but we really yelled at the top, and we didn't know that last week was going to be the week. We thought we had to wait a little bit longer, but thank you, Sean. Thank you for finally listening and making it happen. And as much as I love Soul, I hated to see my girl get destroyed. But we need Zaria to be the beast that she came to be. She came there to be. So like we're going to see that now. And as much as I semi like JC Jane, I would kind of want to see a Zaria reign as an NXT champion. So we shall see. We shall see.
We shall. That we shall. Oh man. But we talked about the great things that happened with NXT. Now, it's time to talk about the best part of the end of the week, for the most part, with Friday Night SmackDown. SmackDown, SmackDown, SmackDown. All right, now. Now, for the people that was watching Exclusive Minds last night, y'all seen we was watching it at the same time we was about to end the show. Now, that being said, the show started off hot, very hot. I said, damn, maybe this might be a little too hot because, I mean, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's one of those things where I feel like we started at such a high note and we just dropped it all the way down. I mean, this was worse than
Yeah.
looking at a stock, like the stocks. So this was. Ah,
They should
man.
have ended the show the way they started it, because it was just like, oof,
Yes.
yeah, it slowly just went on a decline. Then it
Like,
cranked up a smidget, and then it kind of just stalled out. And I was like,
man, yeah. I kind of only didn't want to say the best part of the end of the week, man, because that's why I was like, nah, bro, y'all, especially the end. Yeah, no, we gonna talk about it because
the
this was
best
some
part of the end of the
BS.
week was at the beginning in this situation.
Yeah, and that's what we talking about right here. Come on, look at that, man.
They done put my man in the ambulance.
And the ambulance with the stretcher. You know what was crazy? The crowd cheered for this. That's how you knew they were sick of this. They were happy. They were so happy about this. Okay, I feel that, Ashley. And 100%. Oh man. But yeah, look, Jey Uso getting taken out. I said, thank God. Thank God we
Yeah,
got that. I I,
it's
I was I was happy.
I feel, it's like, hey, look, and we want you to understand, we're not talking about in real life. Obviously, Jay's not
Yeah,
hurt for real, y'all.
yeah, yeah.
But in wrestling terms, this needed to happen, and it was crazy because we had literally just finished talking about how on Exclusive Minds we was talking about, hey man, Jey Uso is just he better not win. Well, guess what, guys? We all got our wish before the match even started because he will not be winning. He will not be winning, and
He won't be in
it's
it. Ain't
crazy.
no yeet going on right now. No yeet.
Yeah,
No
look,
yeet.
hey, look, you put, to take it back biblical a little bit, they said, you can speak, you can speak things to existence. And sorry, Jay, we didn't mean that to happen that way. Not that man had to go take an ambulance ride. He
Man, hey, and then Jacob
won't
was
be
out
running
there.
it back. He won't
Run, we
be
ain't running
running
nothing.
it back
You gonna
doing the
be
chamber.
running your ass to the hospital. That's what you do. Run your ass to the ambulance because we ain't gonna have you in the elimination chamber.
Nah, bro, it's
Oh
done.
man, man, and it was crazy. We was all that. That's wild. That not only just us, but the crowd was like, okay, cool. Because again, we love Jay, but it's just a lot about this. It's just been forced. It's been overly forced, for real. Oh, look at that. We got the
Yeah.
one man and the only man that can
Only
take
Joe
us to
man.
Hendry
Heartbreak
just now to
Hotel.
say his name and ELP.
And
Yeah.
that's the Heartbreak Prince himself, man.
Hey,
Good to
y'all
have
doing
you
a
up
wonderful
on here,
job.
man.
Doing a wonderful job, fellas. Doing a wonderful job.
Hey, we doing our best,
Thank y'all
man.
for holding
Look,
it down until I can get here.
Hey, well, look, we all
hey.
staggered our way in here. We was like, all right.
Man,
I popped in here. I
man,
was
oh
like, yo,
man, oh
what's up,
man.
y'all?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. This is who came.
You
I
said I
was
set the
on
time for
DX, man.
2:30. I looked at my watch. We was in the last game. I said, I ain't gonna make
It's not going to happen.
Hey, but you're here now, and
Hey.
this is look. We
I wish
perfect
I could have
got
came in lemon pepper first.
Hey,
Hey, yo, it's like, yo, what's up, lemon pepper?
let's step up. Look, oh man, like this. Yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. I'm excited now. Look, because we already talked a little bit about Jay being out. I said, look at God, man, won't He do it? Now, Jacob,
Won't he do it is insane.
that is
Yeah,
crazy.
won't he doing his crazy work?
If you knock on the door, it's going to answer. Then the prayers were answered. You might as well just call me Drew McIntyre because I prayed for this. Look, Jacob Fatu talking about Nick. You better find this out. You better figure this out. Okay, Trick. Okay, and I thought this was great. Trick was out there. Okay, talking about look, this five guys. You making this easy for Trick Willie? I said, yeah, boy. Come on, talk about it, Trick. Javon. Okay, talking about nah. You talking about it's easy. I'm starting to think you did it. Man, what did my man Trick say? Mind your
Shut your
business
mouth.
while grown folks is
Oh,
talking, boy. I said, boy,
That's trick.
like, like I said, man, this is the stuff I be talking about with this man Trick, man. I thought this was great. I thought this was amazing. And then we had Drew coming out from the crowd already talking. And he was just, oh my God, man, this was actually a really good segment as a whole. Okay, Drew's coming out talking about everything that he was doing. Oh, everybody's blaming me. I said, low key, Drew, I ain't gonna cap now. You low key is a suspect. Now, what I thought was interesting, okay, yeah, because this was wild right here. But what I thought was great, okay, Cody came out at first. Then it was like went from Cody to Randy. Then it went from Randy to Trick. Then it went from Trick to Javon, and the one that finished it off was that man, L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And they had a great promo to the point to where the promo battle between Trick and LA Knight was great, even to the point where LA Knight was about to say his saying. He's like, what everybody's saying. And then Trick interrupts and said, whoop that Trick. And everybody followed up. I said, all right, now that's what I'm talking about. And then he even said, did you just say whoop that Trick? Trick says, yeah. I said, okay, this is good. LA Knight, and it starts off with a whole brawl. LA Knight hitting Trick Williams, then Trick pulling LA Knight out the ring. Then they start brawling backstage. Javon over there thinking ain't nothing going crazy. The crowd is yelling RKO. I ain't gonna lie, Javon sold the hell out of that. He was like, wait, what's
Yes,
going on?
he did.
Bam!
yes,
Got
he
dropped.
did.
Yeah, that was A1 on that sale. That was A1.
Man, come on. That was
that
great.
thing was insane. I'm saying, God, you didn't do that man like that.
I said, man, but you know what? It wouldn't be Javon if he wasn't the young OG, man. This is why, man. He just does great stuff, man. But I loved everything about this. Randy only RKO and Javon, but he gave a stare to Cody. There's a lot to unpack with that, man. We're gonna see. And we flash forward. Oh man. Sometimes I question why we're still doing this. We had Uncle Howdy beating Solo Sikoa. Now, interesting thing, we're thinking, hey, it's over. You know, Uncle Howdy's got the lantern. Hell no. Tonga took that whole that lantern, kicked the hell out of Uncle Howdy, and then took the lantern back. I said, man, how many times are we gonna do this? How many? Huh? How many? I ain't gonna lie. Cuba.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
You gotta be kidding me.
thought.
I'm dead serious. I'm so done with this. I just feel like at this point, we're not really getting anything out of this storyline besides the lantern. You know, before it was the tag titles. And granted, sometimes I even forget that the MFTs even have the damn titles at this point. But I mean, again, like the lantern, come on, we gotta let this go. We gotta let this go. I ain't gonna keep settling for this foolishness for real.
Be honest with you, I shouldn't even say this out loud because I feel bad about what I'm about to say.
Well, don't say it.
I'm gonna have to say it, HB Prince, because it's got to be said. They are tarnishing my boy Bray Wyatt's legacy, and it's starting to piss me off. They are tarnishing that man's legacy. They had many ways to do this, HB Prince. Like, they had many ways they could have done this. They started off real hot. Like,
they started off really well.
Like
real
SmackDown
hot.
last night. They started off real hot, and then it cool. I mean, it didn't like major cool down. They threw that Jenkins into the Arctic waters and said, we're gonna figure it out. Gave them the tag team titles, meant nothing. Just, I don't know why this is still going on. The MFTs could be doing so much more. That there could be a push going on with that. That could mean so much more because they got way too much talent in that group to be just lingering around on the mid card. They could do some main level stuff. But yeah, man, they're I hate to say it, they're tarnishing his legacy. That's how I feel about it at this point because it just doesn't feel right. Uncle Howdy, I hate the name. They gotta just call him Howdy. Don't call him Uncle, just call him Howdy. I'm tired. You know what? I ain't gonna say no more. Just go ahead, Eric, because I'm about to get upset. They're tarnishing his name. It's bad.
HB Prince, you got anything? What you got, man? Any thoughts on this?
I think what they have to do with they had a good thing going. They started off real hot with the Wyatt Six. And then I think Uncle Howdy got injured, and then they kind of was off TV for a while, and then I think that just kind of killed their momentum. And then trying to find a way to bring them back into the fold. I would have liked to have seen. I would like to see them kind of if you're going to have the Wyatt Six involved, really kind of have a push where Uncle Howdy's kind of picking up the mantle of Bray Wyatt in that solo realm, with the different masks and the matches that actually, matter for like championships and things of that nature. Right now they're just all in a purgatory where, the only thing they have going was the tag team championships. And then, once they had those, they weren't even on TV for a while. So I know Nick said next week we're going to start because, according to Nick, he just realized apparently that he doesn't like the fact that the tag team titles haven't been defended enough on
whose fault is
SmackDown.
that?
And that's what I said. I said, well, that's Creative's fault.
Last time I had checked, you're the GM.
Yeah,
Make it happen.
And make it happen. And so now all of a sudden they're gonna have these number one contenders for the thing. And I said, well, are we gonna get the profits back at least? Because they still never even finished that story. Because for a minute there, it looks like the Wyatt Six were turning Dawkins, and so they kind of just went away from that. So I don't know what to do here with the Wyatt Six, but I actually like the character of Uncle Howdy, and I actually think that that they can have something, they can get something going with him. I just think that they just have to push him. We got to see him, more often, and
they are built to be a heel faction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they a face? And they try to push him off as a face. That's the problem. They could still change this. They should. Their whole purpose at the beginning, you started off by destroying everybody. Why are they still not taking people out? And then just having people like, yo, who is it? Why? Who's next? Who is the Wyatt Six going to take out next? They should be in that premise where they're just on both shows, just taking people out for no reason. No rhyme or reason. Just do something.
I would like to see the Funhouse come back. And Howdy, I really do think that he's great as Howdy, and he does really remind me of Bray.
Yeah,
I just would like to hear him say something to the effect of of what the legacy his brother left, and him picking up the mantle and going forward. He's going for it. And start to really go that route. I think he could be dope, and I think it really could work. If we're working on that, almost like a finish the story or finish the fight, whatever you want to call it, with Cody Rhodes. I'm picking up the mantle of what my brother laid down, because honestly I thought they did Bray wrong. Bray should have had the belt for
that's a whole another story.
But I do believe that Uncle Howdy, there is something there if they could just be creative about doing it.
Man.
Yeah, they just, I don't know, man. That's what I said. It's
how the creator just keep ruining people. That's insane to me, man. Like I said the other day, it's like a weatherman. Weatherman get to keep their job being 50, 45% right all the time. Creative team, they're right 20% of the time. They get to keep their job. Crazy work.
I would say it's, I was thinking, it's a disconnect. As the people in creative right now, there's a disconnect between them and the current generation of wrestlers that are here now. And I would say that. And then I think about Shawn Michaels, and I said, there ain't no excuse for that, because Shawn is just as old as Triple H. If they somewhere in the same,
he might be
if not older, and they somewhere in the same thing, in the same ilk. And this man can have his whole roster decimated and still be putting on banger NXT shows. And the stuff makes sense.
Evolve too.
Evolve, and it's great. I mean, Vanity Project. I had those guys. Oh my gosh! Vanity Project. The way that they are involved with either Page and that whole thing, that whole setup, and now they're the tag team champs. I'm like, Shawn's ability to be able to tell stories and be able to make this stuff make sense and play on these little different aspects, and finally Zaria, we've been down for her to go heel. So it's like, he's old, just like Triple H, to bring it back. And I'm like, but why does he seem to be able to just have his thumb on the pulse? Like what he did for Oba, what he did for Trick, what he did for Javon, what he's done for, Joe, doing now for Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints. Like the way that they are, shown each and every week is special, man. And La Primera, if you want to get over into the women's division, I just don't know why when they go to the main roster with like Triple H, because he was once in NXT, why all of a sudden creatively things just start to fall apart, And I think they have to be careful with Oba. I really do. I really think that, because each week he's starting to become like, talk more and kind of have more of a goofier side and all that kind of. They got to walk a fine line with Oba, especially coming from NXT. But it I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I would say creative. They're out of touch, but at the same time, like I said, I think about Sean and he's too good, and I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what's going on with creative.
So I think, and I know I labored to it last night. It is something with TKO to an extent because Triple H does help Sean with some of their production. I mean, at least at the end, he's on at least he's on the thing at the end. I know Sean's probably the head of it, but Triple H does have his hand in there. And you can't tell me that, we saw what Triple H did in NXT. So my thing is, are they handicapping him on the main roster? Because I feel like they have a little bit more of a freedom down in NXT to kind of like develop and let them be a little bit more free. And it's on the CW, so it's like, oh, okay, well, they're important to us. They're on Tubi with involved. They're important to us, but they're not as important as the main roster. So I think TKOs probably don't have their hand as involved in NXT, and that's where you get the real. Like if they weren't involved, I feel like that's what we would get on the main roster or not close to it. If it was they weren't in the way, I really do start to think that they are the reason why this is that bad. Because when Triple H first came out, when Vince is towards the end of there, they were cooking those first 2 years.
They were,
and ever since TKO has taken over, things have changed completely. So that's why I was like, that's the common denominator.
Because we were all hyped.
Yeah, Trip was cooking.
Triple H's takeover.
Yeah, I remember even when Bray Wyatt was coming back, he was doing if y'all remember, he did the mic with the little QR code on the. I said, all right, y'all doing some different stuff right now. Yes. I said, this is good.
And I think a lot of it has to do with TKO. I mean, I think we all kind of feel that, but when I look at it, there's no way Triple H fell off this hard, this bad. I feel like there is more to it than what we.
My next argument is get Sean up there.
No, I don't want to know Sean. Leave Sean where he is.
Get Sean up there on the main roster, and let me see what it looks like under him, and then I can find out who the culprit really is.
That's true.
Is it TKO or is it Trips? Because if Sean can get up there and put together some excellent shows and cook and like he's doing it in CW, then we'll know what the answer really is. And I understand Triple H is or I can see Triple H being held, under a lot of pressure as far as being able to sell these tickets and matches at the prices that TKO is demanding. And I know that's a lot of pressure there, but I can't say if it's Triple H, and I can't say because some stuff to me, like what's my boy that's gone from WWE that people were pushing for
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. And he's like, what, y'all want Brock? Like, it was like he purposely, whatever. Sometimes he just feel like
that's true too.
He doesn't care for these people and these wrestlers, and he, so he doesn't want to give them, the opportunities. Like I seriously think LA Knight is on the wrong side of Triple H. I don't see, there's no reason by now Triple H, especially if you talk about how you listen to the fan. So I don't know. I would like to see Sean have a crack at it, and then we can figure it out.
Well, if they listen to the fans, it's either going to be Trick or LA Knight tonight. That's if
Trick or LA Knight is who it should be, 100%. QB1 was looking mighty strong yesterday in that ring, going after Drew. I said, well, it's the winner anyway. So.
And this dude, bro. Well, we knew. Look, as soon as, and I don't want to get too deep, but as soon as a certain team won last night, I knew who was going to win the women's one. Soon as, but I know we haven't gotten to that yet.
We're gonna talk about that.
Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
We're gonna talk about that.
Let's go, because
I ain't gonna lie. We got some people up in here today.
How my lashes? How my lashes?
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about it because we know we gotta talk about this real quick with the ruler. Okay. Ooh. This was great. Again, so seeing Oba beating the Miz. Now, this is my whole thing with this. I swear to God, the man was wrestling for a good 3-4 minutes, right? And then when he got ready to take the Miz and put him out, spitting out water. I keep thinking to myself, where the hell are you storing this water at? When you talked it, did everything. I said, where is this coming from? So I know it's a random thing, but I'm like, yo, Oba, what is this? But
this man retaining water is crazy.
I love when he does it, though. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, go ahead, Oba. Great thing to see. But let's talk about this next one, man. I thought this was great right here. Great match. Carmelo Hayes beating Matt Cardona. Now, Carmelo was trying to tell Ilya Dragunov, look, you're supposed to be out here. It's supposed to be your opportunity. Ilya saying, no, it's not my time. I've already had it. It's time for somebody else to step up. Melo says, well, guess what? The next time might not come around. It's not guaranteed. I said, all right, Melo, I get it. But at the same time, you should not be begging this man to face you again. I don't know. Again, you're the champ. This kind of made me think about the whole Jade situation for a second. But then, and flash forward to Sammy, Jesus Christ, and the man with the magic boot, Jacob Fatu. Now, I thought this was a great promo backstage. Sammy was asking, honestly, I thought this was great. Sammy said, so, how can you? Oh, wow. You from Africa? Damn, Vic. We're gonna have to do something for you, man. We're gonna have to do something for you, Vic. I'm sorry, Bobo.
Hey,
I
thanks for
see
joining
that.
us, Vic. Yeah.
Yeah, from Africa, man. Look, we're
Shout
out
out to
here
Africa.
different
From the
regions,
motherland.
man.
Let's go.
From the motherland.
Back to the soils that made me.
Come on, bro.
Yes, Ashley, you took the words I was thinking it.
Yeah,
And-
Cardona is definitely wasted.
They brought my man there to be an elite jobber. This is crazy work.
No, I mean, but that's what he wanted, though. That's what he wanted. You did all this stuff in the Indies to do all that, and this is where you want to come back to. This is what they got you doing. Long Island Zone.
I think a part of it is he just wants to be near his wife, and I get that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to be on the road, and you guys are in two separate places, and it does make it easy if you can get back. Y'all are together, and look, if he can help enhance talent, maybe that's what he wants to do, and that's cool. I'm good with that, but I hate that the vibe was he's coming back to do some good stuff. And I think he's won one match, and he hasn't won since.
That's
He's
it.
been losing every week. So
Yeah,
that's the only thing. I mean, but if he's cool with that, shoot.
Hey,
Cool.
if he like it, I love it. I guess that's what they be saying.
Facts.
If you like it, I love it, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you do your job.
Sammy reminds me of Mankind a little bit. And
Yes.
yeah, Sammy,
Sam.
he reminds me of Mankind. But I low key though, I do think that Sammy, I think we're seeing the little subtle things of that Sammy is turning.
Yeah.
He's getting
Like the way
he
he
sounds desperate.
Yeah, the way
He
he looks at
does.
Jacob, and the fact that he keeps going to this thing where he's angry and he's yelling about it, and then at the end,
And then
he's
he
like, "I'm sorry.
apologizes.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't. If they're doing what I think they're doing, I'm kind of digging with it, like digging this right here. So like, I want to see how it all plays out, but I think they're planting the seeds very nicely for Sammy's heel turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I will say, because what they did was when he was trying to say Jacob, like, like who's to say you didn't take Jay out? I find it so convenient how Jay gets taken out. You're ready to get his spot. I got screwed by Drew. Jacob said, nah, bro. If anything, I got screwed. I said, I got to claim more. Cody got to claim more. He said, if anything, you the one that looked like he was helping you. I said, come on, Jacob, tell him what it is. But honestly, man, I'm not going to lie. The more and more, like when I'm seeing this, I think about how the setup it was for Jacob last year and how he got the U.S. title. And, I'm going to do this with you or without you, that whole thing. Something about when he do that hand, but just the...
Yeah, that I mean.
I'm like, I said, this is authority right here. But it's just... it's something about it. But I think it was something he said to Nick. He said to Nick Aldis, he was like, this whole like Drew McIntyre problem. I'm gonna go up in there. I'm gonna win the championship. Now, when he said that, I said,
that was
yeah, see, you probably all gonna, he capped to all of us.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm gonna walk in and get the title. Now, I think if this triple threat with Cody, Jacob, hell, it might not even be a triple threat at this point. I'm starting to think this might be a fatal four-way. The way how Sammy's somehow inserting himself into this. And again, we got to remember, he's trying to do this for his son. So I'm starting to think this might be, bro, you know how I feel
He's
about
trying to
that
do it for his son.
For his son, But I'm
be doing it for
think,
yourself.
Come on. I'm going to have to give him a Zaria listen if that's the case. You know how long that took. But no, I'm starting to think Sammy, like this might be a fatal four-way match. And I'm starting to think if anybody walks out of this with the title, it ain't Cody. I don't even see Drew. And for damn sure I don't see Sammy. I really see the man with the magic boot taking that title. It's something about it, man. And again, they could just be dangling the carrot. But it's something about it. I said, what if it's Jacob that's really gonna take this title and actually we might actually see a real new era happen for real. So I don't know, man. I'm a little curious about it. But even Sammy apologized and he crashed out through the table. I said, damn.
Yeah.
I said that was a better table throw than Tricks.
Give me my
Back from
title. I
back
want my
when. I
title.
want my title. Give me my
Yeah.
title. I want my title.
Yeah, look, I will say the Mankind reference. The more that I look
Spot
at
on.
it is spot on. It's a different vibe, obviously, but
Yeah.
there's some similarities there. And I'm just sitting there like, I definitely can see that. But Sammy just the crash out when it does, it's starting to calculate. But when it happens, it needs to happen. Like he needs to just he's got to be that he's got to do it at the worst time possible. He's got to ruin somebody's dream, like like the way Naomi ruined the Rhea and Io Sky match. Then a lot of people's eyes are like, "Oh my god!" It made the match greater for a lot of people, but it also
Ashley
like
sent
this great
everybody
match.
to Raw, boy.
Sending them Raw. Yeah, Ashley be sending people to Raw every week. Hey, somebody got to help Raw out, and Ashley has a solution.
Hey,
Send
like
them
build
to
them
Raw.
a
up,
list.
build up Raw. Hey, but she ain't lying. Raw is
You
terrible
just
right
made
now.
the
It's
Raw
trash.
list.
Yeah.
Ashley got the. You just made the
Chris
list.
Jericho in the box tonight.
Yeah. Oh
I
man.
can't wait to see how they introduce that and who he comes out against.
I'm
So-
telling you, man.
Do y'all have any other like thoughts on who's in that box?
No,
outside of
I'm really being
Jericho?
goofy. I don't know if Chris Jericho's in that box.
Some people were saying Dan Danhausen.
Danhausen?
But wasn't he-
Yeah.
Wasn't he there last night? Wasn't he the person that was the vigilante last night?
Why are we gonna care about that?
Nah, that wasn't him. Oh, I got a clip for that BS. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead because well, actually, we got some greatness to talk about because somebody got to extend their lashes. Okay,
Hey, I'm ready for
Come
my
on
Kofi
now.
You know what I'm
victory.
Lash
saying? Come
extension,
on.
baby.
Man,
I'm
this
so
is a
proud of her. I'm
great
so happy
way
for her.
to end the last 2 days of Black History Month.
My
By the
black
way,
coffee,
okay?
no sugar, no cream.
Come on, just greatness, man. I love this, man. Look, I got up in my seat. I got up from my seat, and I said to myself, "Thank God."
God.
I was happy. I said, "Yeah, finally." I'm happy for Lash more than anything because it's about damn time. It is so overdue. The woman should have had an NXT North American champion. She should have been an NXT champion. Hell, she should have been a US Intercontinental. That woman should deserve a lot. And I'm just glad now, finally, her being on the main roster for a few months, she finally got a tag title. That being said, Nia Jax.
I said, I need it. I need it.
I need it. Nia Jax, though, slimmed the hell. Excuse me. She slimmed the hell down.
She looks great.
She looks
looks great.
amazing. I was like, yo, Nia, she been working. She is not playing.
I know.
She's locked in, man.
I know.
I love this for them. Honestly, I did. But I ain't gonna cap, bro. See, as soon as that happened, I thought to myself, well,
Rhea winning the chamber.
yep. And you know why? You know why I said that?
Yeah.
Because of the damn WrestleMania commercials. Y'all, that's it. That's it. Hells.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
I said, man, come on, man. This. But again, I'm just happy more for Lash, and I'm happy more for Nia. I think them being tag champs, this opens up the door. I'm hoping for the mid-card titles too. I'm hoping because now it's like, all right, Rhea and Io, thank God that's done. It might not be, but maybe it's done for right now. Let's start getting these women for the US title. Let's do something for the
there it
IC
is.
title. Let's you done broke that up. Let's get them going this because we need to build this mid card up. I ain't gonna lie. I love Julia, and y'all know how I feel about the man, Becky Lynch. But we need to get them some more credible stories that will get that mid card title. They'll get those mid card titles going, man. I think they can do so much, especially Rhea, especially Io. I think both of those women alone could do a lot for that mid card. And of course, I think Charlotte and Alexa Bliss could too. Again, I said this plenty of times. If y'all utilize the mid card title right, like you used to,
Right.
That'll tell you who's next up for the main title. I don't see why this formula is not working anymore. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Especially when you
Yeah, and
got
I caught
3
that too.
hours of
Actually, they
shows.
did come out with a new theme song. Come out to a new theme song, Lash and Nia. That was pretty. It was pretty cool. Pretty dope.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I didn't get a chance to hear it. I'm about to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, man. Well,
I'm gonna throw this in there really quick. I thought when I initially saw what happened with Lash and Rhea with Rhea losing that all that Rhea's gonna win the chamber, but low key I don't think that's gonna happen. I actually think it's probably gonna be Raquel Rodriguez. I
that's what I
think
said.
Rhea is gonna limp into there because she kept selling her back yesterday, and I'm like, you just had a match on Friday night, SmackDown, and you carried Nia Jax across the ring and powerbombed her, and then you did your finisher on her, and she immediately grabbed her back. So it's like she's going in not fully healthy, whatever, not 100%. I mean, now you can do one or two things. Either that's going to build her even further, which I don't know if you can actually build Rhea any further, or it's going to be the reason why she may not be able to win the chamber because somebody's going to be working on that back. Oh, her back was injured last night, and it gives a reason for another person to win. So that's in my head. I'm thinking somebody else is winning the chamber tonight. I think it's going to be Raquel.
Yeah. See, we on the same
wavelength. Let's go, big sexy.
See,
Come on.
I said I felt it would be Raquel because I was like, I don't feel like she's going to choose Jade. I feel like she's going to choose Stephanie Valkyrie. And then that's what we were saying. That opens the door for Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
Finally, because we need to have all the women in the WrestleMania commercial in the car. So,
and Charlotte's eating that ice cream. I'm not mad. That's it.
I said, man, this is about the saddest. Anyway,
and when Jay walked in looking fine as all outdoors, and then walked out, she said, "I'm still not mad." I said, "Oh man."
I said, "Man, talk about a fall from grace, man."
Yeah,
and
they looked good last night. She looked really good. I love the outfit. Love the outfit. Love the hair.
Yeah, man. All right, we talked about great things. Now here's the last part of BS. All right. God, I'm about to tear up because that's how upset I am.
I knew this was happening.
Oh no!
I'm so mad, bro. I'm so mad, bro.
Don't cry.
First of all, y'all know how I felt about this masked man BS. Okay. I said, oh shoot, the masked man. I said, first of all, you went down a little too fast. Okay. Y'all see what it is. All right. And then we said it's a damn jobber. It's a jobber. We got a free, now, mind you, this guy actually works. He actually trains in Seth Rollins' wrestling school. So in ways this makes sense. Oh my God. I just don't know anymore, bro. What are we doing with this whole thing with the masked man? They are dragging this along. God.
I saw the green hair. I thought that was the dude without his face paint.
Look at this. Then yeah. Now look at Logan Paul. They're like, who is this? Who is this? Like, man, y'all know who it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think the masked man might be Logan Paul now because the
it's always him feeling it, or he's always very close. Like, it's very close. He's too close to the mask, man. It's like I think even the last time when God, it's like I'm just trying to think of the memories of the BS I've been watching. Even on Raw when he did the curse stomp to Austin Theory, right? The masked man, right? The first person that went chasing him was Logan Paul. And I can't with this, man. But
I knew something was special about this masked man, though. This masked vigilante, because he had his sleeves rolled up, and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a different masked man here." And then he came out with his sleeves rolled up.
I said, "What are you
doing?" I said, "This is an imitation vigilante. This is not our normal vigilante."
They sent in a decoy. They sent in a decoy.
Or Smackdown.
Like,
this is a different vigilante here.
They send a decoy and see what happens.
Yeah,
it's like this is what we got.
That's great.
But again, in this match with Jacob Fatu and Logan Paul, Jacob was getting ready to go up and hit his moonsault, man, and Drew McIntyre literally hit.
That's my guy.
Jacob,
that's my guy,
and caused Jacob to lose. And now
I loved it.
We got Logan Paul
for the third straight year. in the
in the
chamber.
damn chamber. Now, I know what y'all were thinking. I told you I had a new clip, and this is a new clip because this is literally how I feel about the Masked Man and Logan Paul.
Police always messing with me and my friends when we go out. Can't never have no fun. What's happening, huh? You want some too? Sick of y'all. Oh, I swear to God.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God.
And this is the finish right here. I'm sick of this, bro. I'm just throwing fists every freaking. This is not no. There's a difference. When I'm throwing fists like this, that's me and Snoop. It's me and Trey. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Jr.
Come on.
That's what I thought when I first saw the swing. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I was like, not Cuba. Oh, no, not round 2 of Cuba.
I had Snoop, man. I seen that when I said, "Nah, something about this one made me laugh," and I just.
Initially, I can see all your frustration and anger from it because you would think you would put Jacob in there, but honestly, we knew that spot. If you thought about it, that spot was meant for a Vision member. It only changed because of the torn bicep. So we knew. I knew Logan Paul was winning it. I just liked how he ended up winning it.
Yeah,
I love the fact that Drew played a part in it. Drew has just been so good.
He's the best. He's the best.
And I love how he was sitting down there by the steps, just holding his title, like clutching his pearl. It's the best. It's the best. I absolutely love it. I think the work he's doing right now is just A1, magnifique. I was like, man, it kind of sucks for Jacob because I wanted Jacob to have this opportunity to be in a big, picture or match like this. But at the same time, like the way it was done and executed, I actually have to give him props. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I love Drew, man, and then it's beautifully done because this is what I complained about with the Cena run. Like I said, they want you making him heel, but he's not doing anything heelish. Just other than talking promos. Drew's talking the talk.
Drew is nailing.
He's walking the walk, and he's doing everything that a good heel should do. And that's why I say, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face, he should be the champ. If he gets past Mania, he should be the champ the rest of the year, heading into next WrestleMania. And I mean that with all my heart. At least 10 months minimum, but I feel like he should be the champ until next WrestleMania. That he's the right man to carry the title. That's just me. You want to lose and then get it back, that's fine too. I don't care. He needs to keep the belt as long as possible.
So, and then I was thinking too, even with this whole thing with a Vision member being in the chamber, I said, all right, we're probably going to get some more Masked Man shenanigans tonight.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Hands down. Now, that being said, since you revealed a jobber as this one, will we get the actual Masked Man for real tonight?
No.
Probably
not. Probably not. I mean, whoever.
Absolutely not.
They want you to think it's somebody that obviously related to Seth Rollins at this point. At least that's the way I feel. It's somebody in the Seth Rollins tree. They bring out this guy from a Seth Rollins school to make it seem like that. Either that or Logan's the turncoat that HB Prince wanted Austin to be. So that's also a possibility.
But Austin is from the Seth Rollins tree.
Yep,
he is.
Yep.
So he's one of the original disciples, man.
He is. I don't know, man. It's just been all over the place with this whole thing, man. I just get rid of this Vision situation. Like, you don't have nobody left. You only got 2 guys. God forbid one of these other guys get injured. What you got? Paul Heyman and one other guy? Whatever the other one goes. Next is Paul Heyman. And then wait, I'm the Vision. What are you gonna do there?
You just at that point.
And next, like the new Vision member, Brock
Lesnar.
I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. And I think it was my man Nick that said this one time. If they ever had me as a wrestler and they say, "Hey, we're gonna put you in a faction with Seth Rollins," I'd be like, "You know what? Absolutely not. I decline." Because I might lose. I might lose a year. Go ahead, Albert.
I was gonna say, I know I missed the Raw portion. I had mixed feelings about what they did on Raw with Brock Lesnar and him being out there and nobody coming out to challenge him. At first, I was like, "Come on, play Oba's music. Come on, Oba, play his music. But then, when that didn't happen and they went out and they started showing the dates, I said, "Oh, we got a John Cena thing going." The dates that he's going to be there. I I'm as I think about it, I'm like, you know what, this might end up being pretty cool. You know, the last minute, you know, when we finally get the reveal of who's going to face him at WrestleMania, if it's Oba, you know, because he said nobody can conquer, and I said, oh, there is one, there
And
is
he is
one,
the ruler.
the ruler, one destroyer,
What?
one bringer of war. I said. But Oba still ain't even made his decision yet. You know, we don't know if he's Raw or SmackDown. But I feel like if they keep doing this, bringing him out each week, saying who in the back can challenge him, maybe people come out each week, Brock and have a match with Brock. Brock, you know, probably destroys him or whatever. But until it gets to the ruler, but it needs to be the ruler. This has to be the ruler.
It's the ruler.
Yeah.
It has to, bro. It has to. Like, and y'all heard how the crowd was. They was. I said yes. This is organically getting over. Like,
I think what I love
shout
about
out to J Movie Mania. Y'all killed.
Shout out to J Movie Mania. You know, I'll tell you what I like about Oba. Like, you know, I do go through a lot of, and I think we all do. We go in these wrestling group chats and we see stuff, and I don't see people talking negative at all about Oba family. And I mean, there may be maybe one. But it's mostly like, yeah, that's the rule. Like, everybody has a positive, they love this guy approach, which is rare for us. And so I was just like, this is beautiful, you know, and they love him. And Trick is starting to get that same thing. Trick would get a little bit more heat on it, like, oh, he's not a good wrestler in the ring and all that stuff like that. He gets that, you know, but everything else is like, oh, yeah, you know, Javon is beloved. Like, they got 3 guys who are beloved. Right now, and that's with all races and creeds. Like, I don't hear anybody saying, oh, other than Kevin Nash saying crazy things, and I'm just like, I love this. I love this. But people love Oba, like black, white,
Oba's
purple, green, you know, alien, whatever. They love
for
him.
a minute in NXT. Trick was my favorite, and then Oba passed him. He took over. Oba's my favorite. That's my dog.
Man, and come on, that's what I'm talking about, Bland. That's what I'm talking about. 3 people that look like us. It is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
It is.
It's a beaubeautiful thing.
I seen a video of a lady. I think she about like 65, 66.
Yes.
Just the what I said, go ahead, lady, go ahead.
She went to the TV, turned it aside, bam. I was
telling you, bro. I showed this one lady at my job. I said, hey, look at Oba. She said, I like Oba. Then she said, he looked like a Mandingo. I said, oh, like, that's enough. I'm turning this off. I said, I'm turning this off. Oh, shout out to Miss Sharon. I got that. I was like, oh man, I said, you wild girl. I said, let me just turn this off. I don't want you having no thoughts. Supposed to be at work, girl. You're supposed to do your job. I'm thinking other stuff.
Yeah, man,
you know, when you get once they reach a certain age, they stop caring what they say out their mouth. Like, they don't care.
I'm telling you, boy.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get to that age. I can't wait to get to that age. Be just talking crazy. You know, like, what? Like, I say what I want. 65 years old. I don't care.
Yeah. Hey, look. I am who I am now. Ain't no change in this.
I'm either getting into heaven or I'm not.
Yeah.
One way or the other. I'm just gonna say what I want.
Hey.
Oh man. God, man. Crazy. But as always, please make sure y'all follow all of our social media. Man, I tell y'all this all the time. You already know what it is. Facebook, we on that. X, we on that. Instagram, we on that. TikTok, on that as well. Hey, appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving. Keep liking it up. Keep subscribing. Keep throwing those comments in. And look, the more y'all keep joining these lives when we get on, you see you see all the people we had up on it. We had Nicole, we had Ashley, we had Bland. Yeah, had my man Victor from Africa pop up through here. See my man BJ. Man, look, the more of y'all, you know what I'm saying? We love it all, man. Look, the more of y'all come up on here, y'all join us on the lives, we'll highlight you. We'll put some up on there for you, man. Look, this is what we do. But you keep liking it up, keep subscribing, and we're going to keep giving you that content the exclusive way. Come on, man. Y'all already know what it is. Oh, man. But we talked about some of the semi-mid things that with Monday Night Raw, you know, with division, all that BS. And of course, but the great thing about it, of course, was with AJ Styles becoming the new Hall of Famer. And we had to talk about NXT. And man, come on. Gotta give him AJ Styles, man. And we had to talk about NXT with Chef Sean cooking it up as he did. Of course, with my girl Zaria finally doing it for herself. I'm so happy.
I can't believe it.
Got out
I was so
Elliot LaFleur and Eli Knight, and they that speed match was dope.
Yes, great match. And of course, shout out to that man Miles Bourne. Never break. Finally becoming a new North American champion. Hey, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud.
One of the Randy Ortons, one of the Randy Ortons, NXT Randy Orton doing his thing. Kyle Fletcher, AEW Randy Orton, and it's just the Randy. I saw somebody put a post up. It was the Randy Orton multiverse. I was like, this is great. I said, this is great. Yep, this is true.
Oh my God. Oh man. And then we had to talk about SmackDown, which would have been the best part of the end of the week from the start of the show.
Yeah.
But you know how it was. But greatness that we did see with Lash Legend, Nia Jax becoming the new tag team women's champion.
Extension.
And it on Rhea, by the way.
My man Joe Tessitore, baby. Yeah.
I like that.
And then of course, one of the best parts, us knowing that Jey Uso was taken out of the Elimination Chamber match.
Sorry. Hey, look.
I'm sorry, bro. I just can't.
HB Prince, right before you got on, I was like, man, isn't that crazy? I said, we done went and said these things and got this man kicked out before we all said we didn't want him to win it, and this man got kicked out before we even got a chance to end the show. They was like,
they watching our stuff.
They was like,
they watching.
It was like Xclusive night said he got to go. We got to get him out of here. Somebody call the ambulance right now. Let's see. This happens every week, y'all. We say something and it happens the next week, and we didn't even end the show. We hadn't even finished the show, and they said the Xclusive night said this must be done, and Jey Uso's out of there just like that. So don't cross us, because you could be next.
If you Jey though, man, like the emotions you probably got to feel like that. It's sad. It's kind of sad.
Yeah,
they booed him. They booed that.
It's not his. It's not his, and it's like it's not. I don't want to. It's not like he's because completely. It's not all his fault. Like
not at all.
I think when he had the IC title and everything with that, I felt like he was organically having that time, that moment, and then when they took it from him, from Braun. And then you put it back on it. You low key kind of lost the momentum, so you kind of fumbled it. Then you gave him the Rumble thing, so I was like, okay, now we're gonna force the Yeats. Force. That's all it was now. So I don't know, man. Like I feel bad for Jey too, but
you hit it right on the head. Their biggest mistake, it was not letting him keep the Intercontinental Championship for a long period of time, or at least for like 5 to 6. They should have. Well, he won it around the time like November-ish, I think. So he could have kept it to Mania, and I felt that's the biggest mistake. That could have been their test run to see if he was ready for that big run, and they messed it up and gave it right back to Braun when they didn't need to. I tell you, boy, these guys behind the scenes, boy. Whew.
No, it's like that's the thing. I never understand. Like, how do y'all not think about that outcome after? This is why Paul be saying, "Well, what's next? What's next?" Do you need AI? Do you need co-pilot? I don't know, bro. Like this just don't. Oh God, damn it! It's sickening, dude.
Co-pilot is insane.
It is sickening, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Look, y'all keep going the route doing what you're doing, you're gonna see crazy Kyle.
You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! Marcel Martel! You suck!
Yeah! Telling you. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. That is going to be the outcome for y'all. Oh, my God, man.
Crazy gal.
But as always, I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. We had the legacy maker himself, Mr. Xclusive, and we had the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel, and that's the Heartbreak Prince himself. We all, hey, I love that, bro. I love what you do. Oh, because we're on the exclusive nights, and we always ensure that we are the best there
Best
is,
there is,
the
the
best there
best
was,
there
there
was,
was,
and the best
there
that ever
will.
will be. And to ensure that your nights will never
Never
be the
Be the
same.
same. We'll catch
That's
y'all for the
pretty
recap.
good.